Hello, people of the internet. I am DesertWolf 75 here, and we're here in a brand new video of the FM editor tutorial. Today, we're going to be talking about the playoffs and promotion and relegation and championship, the three types of playoffs you have when you create a new league system. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes there could be a few bugs and errors presenting in this. Because I don't know, it's just that certain types of things are not supported or not easily done in the editor. Before I get into this, I'll like you guys to let me know what you think about the new intro down in the comments below. If I should keep it or not, let me know. Okay, now first of all, if you're presented with this page, how to find the playoffs, you have to click here in divisions and click in the league. I've put two leagues obviously, because how do you want the relegation playoffs if you only have one division? Okay, you should usually have the playoff section appear here. Now here, are they have relegation playoffs done? I'll remove them because they're not really too. Because there's really no point in having them as I have to present the other ones anyway. So we'll start with championship playoffs. Championship playoffs are kind of like the MLS playoffs or NBA playoffs, where the top n amount of teams from the league or from the two divisions, if you have multiple divisions in your league system, will get chosen to play in a cup to see who wins. Now you can also choose the type league, but I strongly don't suggest to use it, as it can sometimes present a few problems, which I've also personally had. If you want to choose it, go ahead, but I really cannot help you because I myself have some problems that I struggle with solving. Okay, what you'll have noticed for those eagle-eyed viewers is that when I click championship playoffs, the promotion playoff disappears. And this is because you cannot have championship playoffs and promotion playoffs together in one division. Obviously, because the championship playoffs being this tournament deciding which teams get first, the promotion playoff is a tournament deciding which teams get promoted. So it's a clash together having both of them. That's why FM doesn't allow you to have this. Okay, now for the relegation playoffs, with the promotion playoffs out the way, what there you can do one of two things. Either you choose only an amount of teams from one league, or you can choose a set amount of teams from the lower league. Now I'll start with choosing only from the from the division I'm currently in. I'll put two. Okay, by putting this, that means there's gonna be a cup match. Actually, you know what? I'll put it four to make it a bit more complicated, to cover a bit more things that people may want to try. This means four teams will be in a cup to see who gets relegated. Now I want to choose the amount of teams that get relegated. I'll put two here as an example. It's probably the most is the most simple thing to put. Now, when I test the rules here, you will see that there is number of teams promoted from promotion playoffs doesn't match the amount of teams relegated. This is why I have two teams relegated from here, from the relegation playoffs, but no extra teams promoted from the Luxembourg promotion division. This is why, if you choose not to add any teams from the lower division in the playoffs, you have to make promotion playoffs in the lower league, and this has a number of teams promoted from playoff has to match the amount of teams relegated from playoff. Obviously, here you can have much more teams. For example, I want to have 8 teams here participate in the promotion playoff. The only rule is that I will have to have 8 teams, 2 teams promoted. So let me put this. So when I'll be testing this, the nation rules will automatically become valid. Okay, this is still kind of simple. Now we'll remove this and we'll add here number of teams from lower division. Okay. Now what is important to note is when you do this, you need to have the same amount of teams from this division and from lower division. So if I choose to have 4 teams from this division, I'll have to have 4 teams from the lower division. This is why, if the number is different, there will be more teams getting promoted or relegated, depending on which one you put more teams, then the amount of teams on the other division. So what I mean by this, if I have 3 teams here, okay, and I have 4 teams here, actually, I'll make it 3 and 5. And then I put 4 teams relegated. This will mean that there'll be more teams promoted than relegated, that there's only 3 teams getting selected. This is obviously wrong. What you can do to make this work, I'm pretty sure, is if you choose a number below the halfway mark of the amount of teams participating in the playoffs, this should work. No, it doesn't. Okay, forget what I just said. Sorry guys for this slight mistake. It's been quite a while since I played around with the playoffs. Okay, so basically, what this means is that for this to work properly, obviously with a league, you can have a different amount of teams from top and bottom. But as I said, it usually has quite a lot of bugs. Don't put the type league. I really strongly recommend to not do that. So for the cup, what you have to do every time for it to work properly without any bugs is have the same amount of teams from this division and from lower division, and the same exact amount of teams getting relegated. So what I mean is these 3 numbers have to be the same number for the rules to work. If this isn't the case, the rules will either glitch out or simply don't work out of pure logic. Well, this is basically it. This is the most I could cover about relegation/promotion playoffs. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If this hasn't resolved any of your problems, well, I'm sorry. But this is really as much as I can cover. As covering the types such as putting league here would start us delving into more complicated stuff filled with a few glitches and bugs, which have not been solved. So I'll stop it here. Been your boy DesertWolf tells you 5 here. Once again, as a reminder, let me know what you think about my brand new intro down in the comments below, and I'll see you for a next video. Goodbye.